So this hammock, just going to do a quick video on it. It's a Hyper D 1.6, but it's the wide version of it, and zippered bug net, all that stuff. It's got the toggles up here so that you can roll up the net. Uh, you can just roll up the net and then fasten the toggles up here. And you can do the same thing on the other side. Zippered bug net on both sides. I mean, it's zippered on both sides, so you can get in and out on either side. And this is made pretty much standard to the way we were doing our grizzly hammocks. Made pretty much the same way. So it's got hands aren't cooperating. So anyway, zippered bug net rolls up on each side. So if you want to just hang out during the day, you can roll up both sides and just have you a netless hammock just to lounge around in or whatever. And I did the pleats on it, so the net's a little bit looser. For the person that's getting this, you've had one of our hammocks before, and since then we've been doing the nets a little bit different so that they, like I said, it's got a little pleat in the fabric, so it's got more give as you're spreading out when you're laying there at an angle. And for me, I really like it, and I think you'll like this version better because you have more free movement of the material because the net's got more give. That's what I have found with this. And I'll show you a close-up of some of the other features here in a minute. Okay, so just like all of our other hammocks, it's reinforced. We got a third row of stitches there, so you got 2 rows on the zippered tape itself, and it's reinforced all the way up across and then down the other side, the whole bug net. And same way on the zipper, the bug net part of it too. It's got the second row of stitches there to reinforce it. You got your quilt hooks here, and also your pullouts. I've got the shock cords for those pullouts too. It's hard to see black hooks on black material, but they're there. You got the rings on the inside, so if you want to get some other attachments, you can put it on there. You got the rings up here, and then there's some down all along both sides of it and everything, so you can put different attachments or whatever you want on it. So this has, let me get these toggles off of here. It's got cam snaps on the zippers, right here where the pullouts are. It's got one at each pullout, and then one here in the middle, and that's for your top cover. So I got your top cover on here. I haven't got it snapped in place yet, it's just hanging there. But you got down here, I don't know if you can see that gray, where the cam snaps go, there's a Hyper D 300 for reinforcement. Got that there, and it's in the hem on this snap. And then same thing up here where these snaps go. I made a wide reinforcement, so when you're pulling the snap, you got a wide area to cover, but it's the same gray Hyper D 300. We got the toggles on here too, and I'm gonna raise up right now. The other side's down, and you can't really see through there at all. So just for the video, I'm gonna raise up the other side of it so you can see through what I'm doing next. Okay, so like I said, it's got the toggles on here so you can roll up the top cover if you want to. I've got the other side rolled up so you can see through it. But the top cover snaps to the zippered bug net itself. So when you lift up the bug net, it comes with it. And you can actually roll this up the bug net and top cover together to get it out of your way, and then use the toggles under here to fasten up there and keep that rolled up out of your way. So it kind of goes with the bug net when it's snapped in place. And the idea behind all the snaps and the snaps up here is to control the amount of ventilation you have for the top cover. You can unsnap one corner and lift it up and snap it up there. And so now, as you can see, you can you got ventilation all the way through the hammock. You could do this on just one side or on both sides, or you can do it. You could do all four of these, and then now you've got a lot of ventilation that way. Another thing you can do is you can just open up one side if you want to ventilate one whole side, and I'll show you what that looks like now. So it's hard to see with this black material, but this top cover is rolled up on this side, so the only thing you have on this side is the bug net, and that way it ventilates the whole side. It works good if you got strong wind coming from one side, but it's still kind of warm and you want that extra ventilation. It works well for that. Okay, now as you can see here, I've got the head end opened up, and you could do the same thing with the foot end too, or you could do one of them head or foot, or you can do both, whichever works best for what you're doing. And what I did is you could just roll up this top cover, and then you take the toggle from the top cover, stick it through the loop on the bug net, and then come back through the loop on the top cover, and then that holds it in place. So we used to have a bungee cord that had a hook on each end. You'd hook it up to here, and then you'd hook it up to the continuous loop, and that would hold it tight. But the downside to that is you would just tuck this material in here, the top cover, and as you're moving around, it would kind of bounce. I mean, it could work its way out, especially if it's windy or if you're moving around in there very much, and then your opening gets more and more closed. So doing it this way, with just using a toggle to hold it in place and kind of rolling it up, it keeps it back there out of the way, and you don't have to carry those shock cords, which is just one more thing to lose. All this stuff, the toggles and everything, are already on there anyway, so it's just a different way to do this than what we used to do with that shock cord, and I like it better. It stays in there, more secure out of the way, and like I said, one less thing to carry. So for anybody watching it, this particular top cover is actually made out of Hyper D also. It was from a hammock that was almost finished, and I was cutting some threads and I accidentally cut the hammock itself. So we had that extra material, and the person that's getting this hammock asked if we could just use that material to make a top cover for his hammock. I've not tried Hyper D as far as making a top cover, but I know the person that's getting this has a top cover made with Hyper D, so he obviously must like it. It's working. I imagine it breathes pretty good. But anyway, this is your hammock. Check out, for the person getting this, check out this video and let me know what you think. And if you're happy with everything on there, we'll get it sent out to you. Thanks. And I just want to throw in there, anybody that's got one of our polar bears with a top cover, this top cover and everything is built just like the polar bears. If you have those long bungee cords with the hooks on each end of it, if they're working for you, great, keep using them. But if not, or if you just want to try it, if you hook it up the way I did that on that with that toggle, to open that up instead of using them cords, you might find that you like that better. So whatever works for you.